My name is Carolyn, this is Jonathan, and this is Liz. To provide you with a brief overview of what we will be talking about today, the general objective for our whole digital marketing plan is really to recruit young adults to become student volunteer managers and free volunteer managers for the Just One Day weekend. We have 3 different phases to roll out our campaign, and we will conclude with measurement, budget, personnel, and timeline. So for phase 1, we really want to focus on web development. It's really important to develop our website first so that we have a place so that students can learn more about the event and learn more about the bands and the volunteer opportunities. So with launching a website, we first need to hire a creative web development group who's interested in music as well as the community, who can provide at cost or pro bono work. It's really important that we get a reduced cost for web development because we want to focus our funds in the future towards our other strategies. Step 2 will be building the website, and we will build it in an agile manner and make sure that it's responsive so that all students can access the website on multiple different types of technology. Features of the website will include relevant content such as images and videos, blogs and interviews, as well as SVM and volunteer applications and the ability to opt in to an email newsletter. Next, for our website, we will engage in search engine optimization as well as search engine marketing to make sure that our website appears at the top of organic search results as well as paid search results. So essentially, to optimize our SEO, we will use our website and host really meaningful content. For SEM, we will purchase relevant keywords to make sure our website appears at the top of search results, paid search. And finally, for coding, we will use coding in our website's HTML to make sure that we can keep track of student activity on our website. And finally, we want to develop social media to provide other outlets for students to learn more about volunteering and attending the Just One Day music event. We will make accounts for all of the different 9 regions that the Just One Day event will be held, as well as excellent customer service, and we will provide relevant content that will augment the information provided on the website.
And so the second phase is going to focus on recruiting student volunteer managers. What we're going to do first is reach out to the target we feel is most willing to participate in this event. And so what we're going to do is find 3 main universities near the 9 music festivals in the metro areas. And so the criteria for this is that there are going to be over 1,000 students, high volunteerism, as well as high music involvement. And we're going to use secondary research to figure out where we can find these schools and participants. And then we're further going to reach our target through college blogs, internship.com, and other music and volunteer blogs. And what we're going to do is give them a call to action that will send them directly to the landing page. And how we're going to reach them effectively is that we're going to see those targets, what is most important to them through these benefits, whether it's volunteering or making more money or getting free tickets to a music festival. We're going to emphasize these benefits to really target in and really give them an incentive to join this program.
And lastly, we have paid, own, and earn. So for paid, own, and earn, we're going to actively seek out and recruit free volunteers. We're going to use a mix of Google Display, Google Search, AdWords, and SEM keywords. We're going to specifically focus on the mid-afternoon when people are actually figuring out their activities for the evening, geographically placed around the cities, and lastly, mainly on the desktop so people can fill out the forms. We're going to use a thorough SEM, concert and volunteers, as well as thinking through the entire list of words, really thinking deep about what we need to connect with. Banner ads specifically placed on popular music, bands, and city websites, as well as a video campaign that's user-generated, and at the very end of our campaign, people get to vote on the videos and select the winner. We also have a native campaign where we create a network of popular music bloggers to promote our event. And then lastly, our email management system that'll be very thorough, updating everyone, and lastly, thinking of ways to connect with family and friends to join our organization. Just here's an example of the DC keyword chart, just a few words that we feel that will be important for every keyword list. DC bands, DC Metro, DC nonprofit. We'll do this for every city.
And we will use owned media as well. As mentioned before, we have a website that will host really compelling content, as well as social media platforms on Twitter, Facebook, and mobile applications such as Instagram and Vine. On all social media platforms, we will launch a hashtag campaign to really create a two-way communication with students in our organization. Some hashtag examples can be Just One Day, as well as Live One Day. On Facebook, we will post exclusive band interviews, information about the event, and allow students to opt in for email newsletters about Just One Day, as well as the opportunity to fill out applications to join the event. Finally, as mentioned before, we will have an email newsletter program with really interesting content such as SVM spotlights to further engage students and allow them to volunteer at the Just One Day weekend.
And finally, we're going to invest heavily in earned media. First, we're going to have a video contest in that there's going to be user-generated content, and that our participants are going to film themselves volunteering and participating in Just One Day. They're going to submit these videos, and then we're going to pick the winning video, and that video is going to be used in our paid media. The winning video will lead up to the actual event in October. And then secondly, we're going to reach out to bloggers through digital press releases. I want to give these bloggers incentives to really write about us and communicate the experience. These incentives could include free festival tickets or anything that really does appeal to them. And we really want to form relationships with these bloggers as well as the community through this earned media.
We're going to have two popular measurements, cost per thousand to really understand our awareness with SEM, banner ads, and web ads, as well as cost per lead to really figure out how many people are filling out our forms on a daily and weekly basis. Lastly, some key sub-measurements, average time it took to fill out the form to determine whether we need to shorten it or lengthen it, and then lastly, the number of people who sign up as individuals or groups.
And right now, here's just an example of how we're going to allocate our budget. We're going to focus on SEM, paid banner, video advertisements, website development, and native content. And what you can take from our chart is that we're going to spend the most on banner and video ads since it is the most expensive and very effective in our audience. And then secondly, we're going to invest the most in website development because we really want to enhance our website, make it engaging and very appealing to our target audience.
We're going to place most of our personnel resources in really figuring out the planning, setting up the website, and lastly establishing our network of SEM, banner ads, web ads, and then throughout the entire time monitoring the campaign.
And this is just an example of our timeline. As you can see, we're going to launch the campaign in November, and every single month after that we're going to monitor and evaluate because it's very important to measure all of our marketing efforts to see what's working and what's not. We're also going to launch our website in January, as well as hire all our paid managers at the end of the month of February.
There's some key dates for the last few months, monitoring and evaluating throughout the entire campaign, figuring out our video contest winner, and lastly, really wrapping things up, thanking everyone, and really assessing the success of the campaign.
Thank you again, Danny, for joining us this afternoon. If you have any questions, please feel free to email any one of us.